Hi everybody. I thought I would send out a video rather than send out an email to train you on some of the new features of our to-go ordering and our delivery service ordering. These features were really created with the sticker printer in mind. For those of you who haven't heard, we're creating a printer that prints both a checklist and a sticker for every item that goes in a to-go order. It should be really cool. We wanted to get some pieces of information onto that checklist and onto the stickers that weren't already being entered into our micros. And so we did some programming. But there's no reason why we can't start this programming now, because I think it will be beneficial for us to have this info in the system anyhow. So I'm just going to jump right in and ring in some orders and talk to you guys about the features as I do that, so that hopefully you can see why we're doing what we're doing. Okay, great. I'm going to enter my number in here. And we're just going to go to the begin screen. So if you enter in a to-go order or a delivery service order, you're going to be prompted with some additional questions. I'm going to start to go. The first thing it's going to ask me for is the check ID. Now you're just going to enter the name here instead of entering the name and phone number like you have before. We want to isolate it to the name because we're going to grab that info and we're going to stick it somewhere on the checklist. The next thing is number of guests, so just enter that as you normally would. The next question you'll see is it asks for a phone number. It only does this on the to-go order and not the delivery, so you can go ahead and enter in that number. This saves us from having to run into that issue of too many, or not having enough characters when you have to enter a long name and a phone number. So I'm just going to enter in a fake number here. And you'll see that that shows up right here on the guest check. That will show to the expediter, but it won't show to the kitchen. The next thing it's going to prompt us for is silverware or no silverware question. So it forces this, and my hope is that this gets whoever's ringing these orders in to understand that they have to ask this question. So I can say yes. And then the next thing is a pickup time. So this is an interesting one. If the order is delayed, let's say they want to pick it up at 5 o'clock and it's coming in at 2 o'clock, you can enter in 5 o'clock and you just enter in 500. So hours and minutes. And go ahead and press enter after doing that. Last thing that it wants to know is it wants to know the initials of the person entering the order. So you guys asked me for this feature because it was hard to hold people accountable when there were mistakes with ring mistakes with to-go orders. And so now whoever's entering the order in should put their initials in. And later on, if there's a problem with the order, you can go in and find it. Those initials don't print anywhere, I believe. If anywhere, they print on the expo station. And so that's what that looks like. All that stuff will print up in various different places, and we have all the information now. It also gets sent to the sticker printer, so that when we start using that information, we have it. Couple other things I want to show you guys about to go. We've created some new modifiers. So if you go to the food prep screen now, there's a to go modifier button down here. If I click on this to go modifier button, you'll see some new modifiers. There's a guest name and there's a to go bev modifier. I also grabbed the regular to go modifier and dumped that in here as well. So the guest name modifier is created, we created that for orders where they're going to an office and people want their name on the sticker. So right now it's really not going to do us a lot of good, but when we start using the sticker printer, whatever characters you enter into that guest name, it's going to work just like a special prep, will get snagged and they'll get put on the sticker that goes on the box. That way we won't have to write it out on every single box. So kind of a nice feature. You will have to spend some time keying it into the micros when you're ringing the order in, but once that's done, it'll go to the right place. The other one here is to go bev. So there was this issue. We were having a problem with who was accountable for putting those drinks together, and oftentimes they got forgotten when we handed the order off. So the to go bev modifier basically takes whatever beverage it is, even if it's something that doesn't print to the bar, like a soda, and it grabs the item and it prints it in the bar, and it also prints it on the expo sticker. It will also now, when we get the sticker printer up and running, create a sticker for the beverage. The idea behind this is that the bartender is accountable for producing the beverage, and that the expediter, or whoever's putting the order together, is accountable for placing the sticker that's now printed onto the item. When we don't have stickers, as we don't have them yet, it will at least print on the expo ticket. So the expediter will go, oh, there's this soda that belongs with the order. And we can train those people to be accountable for gathering all that and putting it all together in whatever handoff spot that you guys have. So just kind of a nice feature that should help things out here. The last thing I want to show you guys, I'll go to the main screen here, function screen, I'm sorry, is time fire. Maybe it is on the main screen. Yeah, so time fire. So we had these buttons. These are pre-programmed buttons that time the order or delay the order for up to 10 minutes. There is a custom feature now. So this button down here, this black one, is called time fire. And basically what you have to do, and it's kind of ridiculous, but you have to enter in the amount of time that you want the order to be delayed by in seconds, and it will delay that order. So these yellow buttons here are not really buttons, they're just instructions. And it says custom hold time, enter in seconds, then press time fire. So if I want an order to fire in an hour, I can enter in 3600 here and hit time fire, and it'll fire that order in an hour. Again, it's all in seconds, which is kind of weird, but this, I think, may be a better way of dealing with things than what I initially showed you guys when you ring the order in and you enter the time of the pickup. So if we like this better, we can get eliminate the entering in of the time when you enter an order in. Sorry, that's a little confusing. Okay, great. I'm going to cancel this order. And the last thing I want to show you guys is when you have an order and you don't have the information that it asked for. So we'll do another one. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. It's going to ask me for phone number. Just pretend that's phone number. If I don't have something, so like let's say I don't have a pickup time, I can just hit clear, and it'll go right past that. We want everyone to enter in initials, but I'm going to hit clear for the sake of just showing you that if you hit clear, it just bypasses whatever question it's asking of us. And you'll notice that those items did not end up here on the ticket. So kind of something to know, like let's say you don't have a phone number, just hit clear, and then you don't have to enter the information in. Great. Well, I hope this video helps a little bit better in email, sort of explain how some of this stuff works. Hopefully this stuff helps you guys out. I haven't started it yet because I wanted to show you this, but I have it all programmed in. I just have to assign it to the begin to go order, begin delivery service buttons. And I'll probably be doing that in the next couple of days. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.